And this kind of dovetails right into why I believe that it was a little odd that they came out with the abduction theory 114 days after Michael Vaughn went missing, after Tyler did not pass his lie detector test, and after their timeline is in question. Something is going on with our country. Something is going on with these parents. Something is going on where these parents cannot control themselves and go too far. That's what I think is happening. Or they're so widely gone that they're not even paying attention to what's going on with their child until it's too late. Either way, they are responsible. Whether it's intentional or accidental, they need to be held accountable. This idea that all you have to do is go and hide your child to the point where nobody can find that child and you are absolved of all responsibility is ridiculous and disgusting. And for these law enforcement agencies and these prosecutorial agencies that don't file charges for the low-hanging fruit to get these parents off the street, you're doing an injustice. You're doing an injustice. There's something going on in this country with our children. There's something going on in this country with our parents because these children aren't being ST'd. These children are dying. And that's the problem I have. Is there ST in this country? Of course there is. But all these children that we're talking about now are most likely dead. They're not alive, living a horrible, miserable, dungeon type of life. They're most likely dead. Do I like saying that? Of course not. It's disgusting. But we can't escape the reality as much as we'd like to try. Michael Vaughn, he's been gone as of today for 1 year.
Yes, it is heartbreaking.
Like they have like a whole entire like boxes and boxes of files at this point, 3 months in.
I would hope so. I would hope so if they have 1,000 plus leads, 27 search warrants, thousands and thousands of acres of searches with drones and on the ground. Mm-hmm. And we need to figure out how sneaky someone has to be to not know a 2+ hour window of time until a year later it goes and shrinks down to 20 minutes of a possible abduction.
I'm still a little questioning that because it doesn't make sense, especially Kira not seeing that child the whole time she was there. No screaming, no laughing, no jumping around, no being a monkey inside the home, nothing.
Right. And here's the thing, from 6:40 to 7 o'clock, they're saying that that was the potential of an abduction. But Kira was leaving before 7 o'clock to go to a friend's house and she didn't see him. There was a birthday party. The next door neighbor allegedly saw him. That's just from Brandy. And they didn't see anything. Somebody said Brandy said one of the other neighbors walked him around his mailbox into the house. There's no CCTV footage. Just as rare as a stranger abduction is. Mm-hmm. And I think it was 61 cases involving 66 victims, which is children. And
all under the age of 5.
Average age is 5 that this happens to them, where they're falsely reported and were murdered. Mm-hmm. Whether that be a domestic violence gone overboard, whether that be not being wanted because there were other situations or relationships and they were getting in the way of it. It's mind-blowing.
And if she was at work at the time he disappeared, she would not have any involvement, unless it was an after-the-fact type of involvement. But right. I find it difficult when I'm watching her crying on TV. So far, out of every single video that I have seen so far, I have not seen an actual tear come out of her eye.
Right. I saw tears on Chris Medina's, and I saw tears, I think it was November or December, maybe even January around Christmas time. That's it. And
here's the most positive thing about the parents. I don't know the parents to say anything positive or negative. And many of you guys know when I get involved in these cases, I keep an arm's length. I don't get I like to keep I don't like to lose my objectivity in these cases. So I really don't know a whole lot about the parents, other than the fact that, there's been some problems in their past. That is readily available through, records that we have, minor in nature, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not like a Don Wells type of history by any stretch
Right.
of the imagination. But there does appear to be some problems there, including, but not limited to,
Right.
substance.
It's not my job to love the parents of missing.
Right.
I am not responsible for their burden and partial neglect of not knowing where he was when
Yeah.
they were supposed to, specifically Tyler. That's not my job to cater to that. It's my job to put out the information, such as this case study, such as these things that people don't want to do the research on, and make very poor, what's the word, ideas of these missing children's cases, which is why we're here with the Summer Wells case.
Yeah.
This is not going to be the new way of handling these cases. It can't happen again,
Yeah.
or you're going to have these children never found.
Never found.
We just really need to focus on Michael and these other missing children. We really need to focus on them. And I'm pretty sure that if Michael's out there and he's alive and someone has him, he's focused on getting back home, not how people are treating his parents.
Yeah. Yeah.
Think about it like that.
Something pulled together and be able to collaborate on this, out there in the field, because I think it's needed at this point.
Yes, we need to be in Idaho yesterday.
Yeah. And that's the sentiments I'm getting as well. And that's what Dolly said, we need to be there.
Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism and commenting.